guys, what's going on? It's Uncle Tone. How you guys doing? Today we're going to be taking a look at the PaleKai case, which is a waterproof iPhone 4 case, which is pretty cool beans. Before we get into it, I want to thank the very cool people over at bestwaterproofiphonecases.com for sending this out to me for review. That is where you can go to pick up this case if you'd like to. It comes in a few different colors, and it's available on their website for $39.99. Link will, of course, be right down there in the bottom bar. So, without further ado, I had some rather elaborate plans for this case. I was actually planning on jumping off the pier with this case into the lake. But unfortunately, that's probably not going to happen because the weather is just a little uncooperative for me lately. And it's not really that warm out. I don't really feel like jumping in the lake when it's cold. So there you go. We will, of course, test the waterproofing of this case a little bit later. But before we get into that, let's bust it open, check it out, and I'll show you guys how it works. And then we'll move on to the waterproofing. Cool beans. So inside the package, all you're pretty much going to get is the case itself. There's not a whole lot included with this one, but you don't really need a lot included with this one. It is what it is. It's a waterproof case for the iPhone 4. Here I have the clear and black one, and it is made out of a hard polycarbonate plastic, and has all the requisite cutouts. There's cutout for your proximity sensor, your front-facing camera, a one-way valve here that lets the sound out but no water in to your speaker, as well as on the bottom you have a couple cutouts there on the bottom too with those same one-way valves for the sound to come in and out and so on and so forth, but not let any water in. And then here on the bottom you have your lanyard strap. There's a little hook here you can hook a lanyard onto. So if you happen to be at the beach or something and you drop it, you're not going to drop it to the bottom of the lake and then have to hire a diving team to go and find your iPhone for you because you dropped it in the lake. So there you go. And here on the back you have these three, I believe they're called wind locks. Basically they're fasteners, metal fasteners that hold it shut. So to open it up, you're going to take your Canadian quarter. I have my Canadian quarter here. You can use an American quarter too. You can pretty much use any coin you want, but here I'm rocking the Canadian quarter today. And we're simply going to give these a quarter turn counterclockwise to open the case, just like so. Set your quarter over there, and then there's a little tab here on the top. You can go ahead and grab that top and just pull it, tab, and just pull it open, just like so. As you can hear, it popped open there. And then around here, you're going to have your rubber O-ring, and this O-ring is what's going to seal it so that it is waterproof, and that does run all the way around the edge. Here inside you have a built-in screen protector right there. That's what's going to, keep your phone dry, keep all the water out. And then here on the back you have the three rubber pads here to keep your phone pressed firmly in there and keep it all sealed and shut and so on and so forth, not let any water in again. And then here you have your little wind lock tabs. Cool beans. So to put your phone in this case is a little bit tricky. It's a very snug fit. I don't know if you're supposed to use a screen shield with this or not, but I'm using the SGP Ultra Optics screen shield right now, and I went ahead and left my screen shield on. I didn't bother to take it off. So you're simply going to take your phone, set it in, and press it in. Pretty much straight on. There really is no angling here. This is a really snug, really tight fitting case. So you're going to want to make sure that you give it a good press all the way in and make sure your phone is all the way in, just like so. And then simply close the back, pressing it together to seal around that O-ring, being careful of course that you don't pinch it. And then hold it together while you turn your wind locks again 1/4 turn clockwise to close the case. Just like so. And there you go. It's now sealed. Your phone is now waterproof. A couple of problems before we get to the waterproof test though. Your sleep wake button is of course covered with hard plastic, and I was not able to press it. The case just isn't particularly flexible, and I wasn't able to press it through the case. So you may want to change your auto lock settings if you have it set to 5 minutes or never or whatever. Normally I have mine set to 5 minutes, but you may want to change your settings there. on auto lock to 1 minute so that your screen doesn't stay on all the time and kill your battery. You may also want to turn your volume up before you put this case on, because again, you cannot access the volume buttons or the vibrate switch. This is obviously not going to be an everyday case. This is not a case you're going to use all of the time, every day. This is more of a special occasion case if you're going to the beach, or you're going kayaking, or whitewater rafting, or skydiving into the ocean. I don't know, whatever you might be doing, guys. This is kind of a, you know, specialty type of case. But it does still work for making phone calls just fine. We'll make a quick call here to, we'll call Rogers. Rogers is kind of my go-to calling. Flick it on speakerphone here.
Welcome to Rogers.
As you can see, you can still hear the phone just fine. Through there, proximity sensor does not work either. So there you go. That's pretty much it. So you can still make phone calls with the case on, so there you go. You're not really limiting yourself too much, but again, you might want to put the auto lock on so that you don't kill your battery with the screen staying on all the time. With the built-in screen shield, does work pretty well. You do have to push down a little bit on it though, I noticed. So something to be aware of. Multi-touch might not work too well, but you do have to press down on it just a little bit. I don't know if I can show that on camera really or not, but you got to press down a little bit in order to really get it to engage the screen. But it does still work just fine. So there you go. That's pretty much going to cover the physical features of the case. So let's switch the camera around and do a quick water test. Cool beans, here we are guys at my kitchen sink. I know it's not as exciting as jumping in the lake, but it's going to have to do because I'm not jumping in the lake when it's this chilly. So here you go. Here we have my iPhone 4 inside the PaleKai WaterProof iPhone 4 case. Without further ado, let's go ahead and drop it in the water. No, it's underwater. There you go, guys. Just to give you an idea, make sure you can see that it is in fact underwater. There you go. Tristan's getting in my way. There you go. It is in fact underwater. I could go ahead and leave it here for a few minutes, but it really wouldn't prove my point any more than I already have. So there you go. Without further ado, we'll go ahead, take it out, dry it off, and show you that it does still work and it is completely dry. So there you go. Let's go ahead, take it out, dry it off a little bit with my tea towel here. Pull the plug, let the water out. So don't drop it in the water when I open the case. That would be hilarious, wouldn't it? There we go. It's all dried off. So let's pop it open, check it out, make sure the phone's dry. Again, we're going to undo these 3 wind locks with a quarter turn counterclockwise. Just like so. Open up the case, and as you can see, the inside appears to be perfectly dry. So you're going to give it a little shake here. Getting it out is a little tricky. I found it kind of works just to go like this. And there you go. Phone is out of the waterproof case, and as you can see, it is still completely and perfectly dry. Cool beans, guys. So there you go. That is pretty much going to do it for my review on the PaleKai waterproof case for the iPhone 4. As you can see, it works as advertised. It keeps your phone completely dry and working perfectly just fine. I have no problems with my phone. It is perfectly dry, still works. Water sensors haven't been tripped, nothing like that. It stayed completely dry inside the case. So again, a big thanks to the very cool people over at PaleKai for sending this one out to me for review. I really do appreciate it. And like I said earlier, this isn't going to be a daily rockin' case that you're going to use all the time. This is more of a specialty type case. If you happen to be going somewhere and you want to make sure that you're going to be around water and you want to make sure that your phone stays dry, this is a great option. So there you go, guys. $39.99, protects your phone, keeps you nice and dry. Pretty good deal. So that's going to do it for my review on the PaleKai waterproof case for the iPhone 4. And that's going to do it for today. We'll see you guys the next one, okay? Cool beans. Rock on.